Hello and welcome to Chrome Computing. In this video, we'll be looking at the Chromebook desktop. There isn't as much you can do on the Chromebook desktop, for example, compared to a Microsoft Windows desktop, but hey, this is Chrome Computing. It's all about the Chromebook. And there is still lots you can do with the Chromebook desktop. And we're going to go through all of that right now in the video coming up. Okay, so let's have a look at what you can do on the Chromebook desktop. One of the first options, first of all, I'll just put it down there. One of the first options, if you right click on the desktop, you will see auto hide shelf. And what that does, if you click on that, it removes the shelf from the bottom, as you can see there. If we quickly go into your browser, what it does is it allows you to use your browser and gives you a little bit of extra space at the bottom where the shelf would normally be. And to get the shelf back up, you just put your mouse down to the bottom of the cursor and it comes up, and then you can choose other options as well. And you can go to the start menu as well. And when you move away, it hides. Whether you like it or not, it all depends. Personally, I don't like it too much. I find it quite frustrating, but it's an option there if you'd like to use it. If we just take that off. Now, the other option you have is the shelf position. At the moment, it defaults to the bottom, but you can put it on the left like that, which is quite cool. You know, you can get on, carry on with your using the internet or use Google Docs, and it all stays on the left there. Or if you wanted to, you could move it to the right. And there it is on the right there. So it all depends on, what you prefer. There's no option to put it at the top, which would have been nice, but no, that's not there. Personally, I'm going to go the old-fashioned way and keep it on the bottom like that. Now, another option you have from the desktop is by right-clicking is to choose your wallpaper, set wallpaper. As you can see, it's defaulted to my images, and that's because I've got the Chrome Computing image on my desktop there. But there's loads of other options. You've got solid colors. You can choose that and it'll change it to blue, purple. Here you've got the daily refresh. By clicking that and turning that on, what it will do is it will change it on a daily basis. So on a daily basis you have different colors rather than having the same color every day, which is also a good feature there. There's art here, lots of different cool things you can choose. Illustrations, I find these quite cool as well. They're quite good, and it's good, it's nice to be able to customize your desktop, keep everything a bit fresh. Some other funky colors there, lots of different options. These are quite nice as well. Might make you a little hungry perhaps, but yeah, they're all cool. Okay, and then so that's really all you can do on the main desktop, but there is a lot more you can actually do on the Chromebook desktop, but it's more to do with using the shelf down here and using the start menu as well. So first of all, the option that I would like to show you is that if we close these down, okay, so you've got your Chrome browser, you open the Chrome browser like that, and you can just carry on using whatever you want to use. Go to Chrome Computing website there. Now, if you wanted to say use Google Docs, and you had the Chrome browser open, you'd just click on Google Docs and it's opened up a brand new window. Now, that window is separate to the Chrome browser. As you can see, it's separate, but you might have wanted it to go up here. Some people like to work on just the one browser and then have the different tabs across here. So the way you do that, if you minimize them, let's close that down. I'll just open YouTube accidentally there. The way you do that is if you right click on, say, Google Docs, and at the top here, you've got new window. But then if you click on that there, you can see you've got the option of new window or new tab. So if you change that to new tab, what will happen then, and that will continue to happen until you change it. So even if you close your computer down and turn it back on the next day, this option will still be there. If you now click on Google Docs, it actually opens up a new tab rather than a new window, which I find that's quite useful. And I think it depends on what you're using. So for Google Docs, you may want it to open a new window for a particular reason. Other apps, you may want it to open up as a tab on the top here. You can do it with YouTube as well. There you go, it opens as a tab. But if you didn't want that to be the case, just right click there, new window, and the next time you use YouTube, it will open up in a brand new window instead, which is all good. Now, another thing I'll show you on the desktop. Here you've got your icons that you use regularly, and they're on the shelf. If you go down here and on the start menu, you can put other icons down here that you use regularly. So say, for example, you use Photoshop Express on a regular basis. If you right click on that, pin to shelf, and then that puts that on the shelf for future use. So when you load up your Chromebook every day, instead of having to go to the start menu here, find Photoshop Express, you can simply just click on it down there to open it, which is good. Also, if you want to remove an icon from the shelf, you can unpin it there as well. Now, the last option I'm going to show you, which I really like, and I think if you use the and play apps quite a lot, it would be really useful. So when you go to your start menu, click on there. As you can see, I've got all my apps here. There's not many installed on this desktop because it's a Chromebook, which I usually just use for my website, if I'm being honest with you. On my Chromebook, for example, I've got hundreds of apps that I use, so it's really useful on there. Now, as you can see, they're all separate, which is fine, but it's a bit of a nightmare when I want to find certain things. So a really good way of grouping them together is a really good way of being able to find them. So what I do personally, I think, well, Google makes lots of different apps that I use on a regular basis. So I want to group all of my Google apps together. So the way you do that, so say there we've got Google Drive and we've got Gmail, definitely two Google products. Just drag one and put it over one of the others like that. And it will create a group, as you can see there, unnamed. Click on that group and you can change that to whatever you want. So just put Google, hit return, and that's all done. And then what I do, everything to do with Google, I just put in that group. It can get a bit challenging sometimes, as you just saw. Google Notes, put that in the group there. What else is Google? Chromebook recovery, I'll leave there. Google Maps, definitely in there. Scroll up if you want to drag that. Now this is on the bottom page, well, on the middle page there. You can see what page you're on because the white dot's on there. Scroll up and that shows you on the first page. I want that to be on the first page. So you just drag it up like that. Put it wherever you like. Chrome, again, I'd leave there. But YouTube, I've got YouTube, I've got other ones. So if I have YouTube, for me, it's streaming. Same as play music, same as Deezer. So I put all them in their own group, like that. Click on the group, and I'll just put streaming services, hit return. Now, if you do that, it makes it so much easier to manage your files. So image files, I've got quite a few of them that I use. Put them all in one. Makes it so much easier when I want to use one of these to find it rather than having them all over the place. So that as well. Just drag up like that, put it into there. I'd make sure you name it. If you've got loads unnamed, it's not going to look good. So I'll just put graphics there. Hit return. Yeah, so that's a really useful way of grouping your apps together on your Chromebook. And if you do it with as many things you could possibly think, like there, for example, straight away, they should definitely be together. So play games, play books, they should all be together as well. And if you do that, you will see that you'll use a lot less of these windows. It just makes it so much easier to manage your apps as well. Now, in relation to what you can do on your apps from this screen here, if you right click, the only real options you've got is new window, remove from Chromebooks, that's uninstall essentially, so you can do that. Seeing what apps you've got on here can be quite difficult, certainly if you've got them grouped. So once you do get them grouped a lot, you'd have to go into each one. Another way you can see what apps you've got is on your Play Store. Instead of left clicking, just right click and click on My Apps. And from there, you'll see it shows all of the apps. It's got the ones that need updates. You've got them there. You've got the option to update them individually, or you've got the Update All button. That's really good. And then installed there, it shows you all of the apps that you've got installed. The only thing I would have liked to have seen from here, it would have been really good if you had the uninstall option, but you don't. The only option you have is the open option, which I find quite strange. Even if you right click on it, it only gives you the option to open. Hopefully that's something they, Google and the Chromebook team will look at in the future. But yes, it would be good. But it is really good to see that you can get the apps from just right click on the Google Play as well, instead of having to go down here. Okay, so hopefully that has showed you that although the Chromebook desktop, we would all like it to have icons on the desktop, and hopefully in the future we'll have that. But it still shows there is quite a bit you can do from the Chromebook desktop, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video as well, because that will help other people find the video on YouTube. So yes, thanks for watching. Thank you.